Welcome back to Run the Atlas. Today I'm talking about two cities in Montana, Bozeman versus Missoula. I've gotten tons of questions on these two cities and how they compare, and I'm actually going to share with you a little Venn diagram that I made right here. And as you can see, there's more similarities than there are differences between these two cities. So in this video, I'm going to cover some of the things that I noticed from traveling here and some of the surprises between the two cities. So you're going to want to stay tuned to the end so that you get all the information to decide which one to visit on your trip. And maybe it'll be both. Before we begin, make sure you like and subscribe down below so that you keep in touch with all of our future videos. Okay, so let's start with the similarities. Both Bozeman and Missoula are college towns. Bozeman, of course, is for the Bobcats, and Missoula is for the Grizz. So it's a very fun college atmosphere, very vibrant. Lots of students from all over the United States come here to go to these universities. If you're into football, the football season is also really fun because these two schools compete and it's very fun. Both cities also have an M trail. It's strikingly similar, a mountain with the letter M on it that you can hike to in a variety of different hiking paths and get an amazing view of the city down below. Both cities are kind of flat, but surrounded by beautiful rolling hills and mountains. Both have an incredible outdoorsy atmosphere. So if you're a person that really loves being outdoors and hiking and doing everything outdoorsy and living in REI, you will love both of these cities. Both are linked to national parks, but different national parks. And both have a similar sized population. Not quite small town, but not quite a city yet. Both are extremely walkable. Both have an incredible farmers market on the weekend. And on the downside, both of them do not have the most world-class culture or art scene. You won't notice like a huge artsy museum in the city or a huge theater scene like you would in like a New York or something like that. But that's to be expected. We're in Montana here. However, Bozeman has an edge in this category because they have the Museum of the Rockies, which has dinosaur bones. So let's talk about the biggest differences with Missoula. Missoula, you'll notice definitely more of a hipster, artsy, street art, funky vibe. Lots of vintage stores. They even have a hip district. You'll notice a street art painting with Kurt Cobain on the side of the wall. Definitely more progressive. You'll see a lot of sentiments towards that with some of the bumper stickers and some of the flags in front of the stores. So if you're the type of person that's more into that, you will definitely find your footing here in Missoula. We were able to fly here direct, which was great. Whereas in Bozeman, we were not. Missoula's tourism board is also much more active, and we were able to find much more information on the destination here than in Bozeman. Missoula is also centered around the river, the Clark Fork River, which goes right through town. It is the centerpiece of the city, and it is so beautiful. I love walking through some of the walking paths near this river and enjoying some of the surfing, because they do have surfing on the river. There's less of an altitude here and not quite as cold as Bozeman. So if you want a milder winter in Montana terms, then you're gonna wanna choose Missoula. There are 77,000 residents here, so slightly bigger than Bozeman. The folks here are big on rooting for the Grizz. So go Grizz. And the university campus is beautiful. And it's very close to Glacier National Park. So if you have a car, you're gonna wanna trek in to Glacier National Park from Missoula. Now let's talk about Bozeman. What are some of the main differences? So first of all, Bozeman centers around a downtown. They have a nice strip in the downtown that has stores that you would see at your local mall and mixed with old country western type bars. And then you have the new Bozeman also. So you have like brand new hotels, brand new restaurant chains coming through, and it's really a quaint old town. Bozeman is better for cold weather lovers. So if you're into skiing and snowboarding, Big Sky is about an hour away and it is super popular. Bozeman also has a little bit more of an upscale vibe. The average income is a little bit higher here than Missoula. That being said, it is definitely a cowboy and ranching culture at its core. So you will notice a lot of country swing bars and more of the cowboy culture. The Western boots and the Western culture is very popular here. Lots of large trucks. If you're driving a sedan, you will be outnumbered. Look at this. It almost looks like Glacier National Park. We drove up into the foothills of the mountains, and this is the Gallatin Lake. It's also more challenging to get to, whether you're coming here by highway or by plane. There are not a lot of direct flights to Bozeman. And there are 53,000 residents here, but it is growing. We were astonished by how many new developments were in and around Bozeman. Lots of really beautiful housing tracts and things like that. So we've got a lot of people moving in to Bozeman. And of course, it's a university town as well. Montana State is here, and go Bobcats. And it is definitely a college atmosphere here. And last but not least, Bozeman is pretty close to Yellowstone National Park, which is at the very south of the state. If you're an outdoor lover, you will love both of these cities. That is a must if you are to visit or stay in either of these cities. So let us know what your favorite thing is about either Bozeman or Missoula, and which one do you prefer? Comment below, and be sure to like and subscribe for many more travel videos.